Hello, and welcome to the Producttechlab. We're excited to have you here and look forward to helping you bring your product ideas to life. We are providing the solution, Magical Cloud Solution, the invisible shield of protection, cybersecurity. Virtualize like a pro with Producttechlab. Application support. Call to backup infrastructure. AB and training facility.
Technical innovation and idea. Need more scoop on our tech-savvy services? Drop us a line at support@producttechlab.com or zip over to our website https://www.producttechlab.com. Pust. We're also big shots on YouTube. Find us at youtube.com/@producttechlab and let's be friends. Thank you from Producttechlab, and more detail please mail us.
Hi, welcome to the Producttechlab. Today's chapter is showing for the load balancer and Route 53. So, load balancer and Route 53. Okay, so what is load balancer? What is the load balancer? Load balancer is basically one kind of device or one kind of platform. Behind this any kind of application. Okay, after this load balancer, so you can manipulate your application from internet user. So it is mean if suppose this user coming to the application, if it is goes down, so that can be access this application. So this is production environment. This is very helpful for this. So load balancer is now kind of algorithm manipulate your application, manipulate your traffic, you can say. So already I have logged into EC2. Under this EC2 load balancer, we can logged in over this. That been already in my page. Okay. So now I want to show how many types of load balancer in your in AWS site. So create a load balancer, and if you create this, okay, there is 3 types of load balancer we have observed. Application load balancer, network load balancer, gateway load balancer. Application load balancer means if you have one application, there is another application that is a load balancer LB. So this is HTTP port and this is the HTTPS port that can be manipulated over this load balancer. That's called application load balancer. Network load balancer means if you do one application there, this is another application there. Okay, this is the app. This is the app 2, this is app 1 and app 3. So in that case, if you have a one LB is there, so both are connected to this. So what will be happen? So basically it will be working as like your TCP 80, and this is also TCP 80, and this is also TCP 443. Okay, this as of now 44380. So we have made this load balancer 80, and behind this server names. That is called network load balancer. Okay. And what is gateway load balancer? This is very interesting. This is not a signal of the application. This is basically happen in the your cloud infrastructure, and it is a VPC is there. This is another VPC. it is called GSLV. That means your global load balancer, or it is working based on your DNS. Okay, so if it is communicated this GSLV, if we propose this kind of GSLV both the VPCs, they determine which region, which availability zone can be made possible to reach your traffic from your traffic. That's called GSLV. Manually, you can create from Octopus is like a 5 Citrix net scaler. This type of a device can be used. So now we want to show how it looks like. Okay, so if we create the application load balancer, just create on this, look into the load balancer name. Okay, like the Producttechlab-LB. This is, make sure this is internet facing or internal. So I give it to the internal. Which VPC it is under? It is one VPC. Okay, there is a 2 mapping zone is there. Okay, you can set 2 mapping zone. So that means the load balancer may create. See, if you see the load balancer may create, suppose your load balancer connected to your VPC, connected, there is a 2 subnet. Subnet 1, subnet 2. So this is the information you have that it may create. Okay. Then you make sure what is the security group. I am taking the default security group, and which port they have to learn about it. Okay, learn about it. Like if you have made the both the application is built in both the subnets and it is working 80. Okay, so it is the protocol 80. Just make sure which is a listening port. Okay, and make the target group. What is target group? Target group, if you create on target group, that means this is instances base, IP base, lambda base, application load balancer. So all the information is like a just kind of your based on application. You can make this application over this, you can make this subnet or application over this, lambda based on application and application load balancer. All the application base. Okay. So if they are working is suppose 80 or 443, can make sure from this. This is the target group. If I select the instance, so put the target group name. Okay. So next is if you see the your target group name, what is the port number of your machine or instance or IP address can be reachable. Okay, so that's type of application load balancer it is work. Clear? So if you see any kind of application, if you select based on your IP address, you just put your target group name. Okay, so you can see this is what is the subnet. You can mention over this, and it will be HTTP and check path given to this. So that's called application load balancer. Okay, so next is if you go to the network load balancer, what it looks like. Network load balancer, as you see, there is a completely your network. As per name, you understand this is completely it's happened like your network infrastructure. Okay, so network infrastructure means if you have the So if you go back and you create the network load balancer, you just need to mention what is the internet or internal IPv4. Need to check the VPC, okay, as usual. So this is a security group, port number, with target group, okay. So there is mention what is the IP address and how does it communicate. Is a network load balancer, protocol and port numbers based on your IPv4 TCP. There is no application path is not showing. So just it is mentioned over the port it can be communicated to this. Okay, so that's called network load balancer. Okay, next is if you select your GSLV, this is the application load balancer. You need to mention the HTTP path where this can be application is hosted. In front of this application, you have to mention network is not mentioned. You just mention the subnets and the port number. Then over this port number, they can be understand about it. So your final draw, if a final draw for this part, your load balancer, it looks like your just your load balancer, okay, your LB, your target group. Okay, after the target group, you need to put, if you put the application base, that means HTTP :// and give it to the headers. Okay, so that's called application load balancer. Or if you create the any kind of ports, so that's called network load balancer. Okay, so now I want to move for the GSLV. This is basically brand based. You put the balancer name. Wait, or I already have my VPC. Okay, this is a mapping, two zones. Okay, as you see, there is a no in the network load balancer. You do not mention any kind of subnets or anything. Okay, and IP listen forward, create target group as usual. So create the target group, choose these things, and this is protocol, which protocol is working, TCP, GNF, you can mention over this TCP check, and you can do it. This is based on your, this is load balancer is happened based on your subnet. Clear? And network load balancer, if it is completely based on your port number. So network load balancer, it is completely in your, based on your port number. See, this is a port number. Okay, and application load balancer, this is based on your application. Simple things, again I'm telling you, this is completely application load balancer, completely it is working is the port your based on application. How is application is deployed based on application, based application. Network load balancer based on port, like TCP, UDP, like this, and GSLV based on your subnet, based on subnet. Clear? So this is the things for the load balancer. Okay, another WAN-based function, it is the global functional. Okay, so this is too important like this. If you have create any kind of Route 53, okay, so Route 53 is basically kind of DNS based load balancer, kind of. Okay, this is a global. There is a not regional, not travel. It is not required. This is completely global effective. If I get started, you can see region, register a domain, transfer this domain, create a hosted zone, configure traffic flow, configure health files, all those things. If I get started, suppose I have started the this domain. Okay, if I started, okay, so first of all I need to understand this domain is availability or not. Okay, so in that case, producttechlab.com, if I put this, okay, here PRODUCT product. Okay. So if you search, this is the, I believe there is a exact match producttechlab.com. Okay, if you select it, okay, so you can possibly check out. So this is different, so I am not doing anything. So what will be happen in Route 53? Route 53, if it is basically, if you register a domain, okay, register a domain, okay, this is a DNS, just like producttechlab.com. Okay, producttechlab.com, this is my DNS. Okay, so Route 53, there is a configure Route 53. You are coming from users. Okay, user coming over the Route 53 this DNS, and it is based on a few of the application in Mumbai. Few of the application is OIO. Okay, so what will be happen? So that can be mentioned. This is a completely global DNS. This similar of load balancer, similar of the load balancer, not a load balancer. Load balancer three functionality: one for GSLV, which is called subnet to subnet, subnet to subnet. Okay, and network load balancer, this is based on TCP, and this is the application. But this is completely user access the DNS, this DNS. Okay, and they decided to which region. So that's why this filtered the global. Which region is required? This Mumbai. This is why. That's the working as Route 53. Okay. So as of now, we have done for this chapter. We'll see in the next video. Thank you, guys. stay